Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. The world of the Golden Bachelor has seen its fair share of love, heartbreak, and second chances. But just when fans thought the fairy tale was over for good, along comes Mel Owens, a man determined to rewrite the story of senior romance on reality TV. At first, not everyone was convinced Mel was the right choice for the second season. He walked into Bachelor Nation with confidence, charm, and a little bit of controversy. A former NFL linebacker turned Silver Fox, Mel wasn't shy about sharing his preferences, and oh, did those preferences stir things up. On a podcast not long after being announced as the new Golden Bachelor, Mel declared that he was only interested in dating women between the ages of 45 and 60. The problem? The Golden Bachelor was designed to celebrate love later in life, often well beyond 60. Fans felt his comments were dismissive and even a bit arrogant, and it didn't stop there. He added that he wanted women who were fit, athletic, and ready to keep up with his active lifestyle. Now imagine that, telling the world that love has a fitness requirement. The backlash came swiftly. Social media lit up, viewers vowed to boycott the show, and many expected this season to crash and burn before it even began. Behind the scenes, producers reportedly weren't thrilled either. Sources described Mel as difficult, especially early on. He had opinions about everything, from the way dates were filmed to the kind of women he'd like to meet. Some thought he was too controlling. Others thought he was just misunderstood. But as the season unfolded, something unexpected happened. Mel Owens, the so-called difficult leading man, began to change. Contestant after contestant peeled back his layers, revealing a man who had lived through triumph and heartbreak, who missed the deep connection that only comes from real love. Gone was the tough NFL exterior. In its place was vulnerability, the kind that Bachelor fans live for. According to insiders, producers started to see a softer side of Mel. One source even said he was more difficult in the beginning, but he really did allow himself to be vulnerable to the process. They admitted that execs were terrified he wouldn't propose at the end. In fact, for most of the season, everyone thought he might just walk away single. But love has a funny way of surprising everyone, even the person living it. Fast forward to the end of the season, two women remain, Peg Munson and Cindy Colors. Both strong, beautiful, and full of life. Cindy is direct, emotional, and ready to know where she stands. In the latest episode, she asked Mel how he truly feels. His answer, or lack of it, left fans holding their breath. He smiled, hesitated, and said, "I'll tell you soon." And soon, as it turns out, is the big season finale. But if you're the type who doesn't like surprises, spoiler alert, the ending has already been leaked. Reality Steve, the ever-reliable Bachelor spoiler king, spilled that Peg Munson wins Mel's heart. Peg, a retired firefighter from Las Vegas, brought passion, humor, and a no-nonsense attitude that clearly melted Mel's heart. Yes, Peg gets the final rose and an engagement ring. And this time, ABC has something bigger in store. After the chaos surrounding Jerry Turner and Teresa Nest's short-lived golden wedding, the network is taking no chances. They're reportedly planning another golden wedding, this time featuring Mel Owens and Peg Munson. But unlike Jerry and Teresa's whirlwind affair, Mel and Peg are getting more control. An insider explained that ABC learned a lot from the first golden wedding. Apparently, Jerry and Teresa had very little input in their ceremony. It was rushed, heavily produced, and lacked personal touches. This time, the network wants it to feel genuine, heartfelt, and true to the couple. They're going to allow Mel to have more control, the insider shared. They want to make it his day and Peg's day, something that reflects their story.
Because
now that's
if
where
you
things
followed
get
Mel's
exciting.
journey, you know he's not the type to settle for the ordinary. The man loves a bit of flair, a bit of fun, and let's be honest, a dash of competition. So don't be surprised if his wedding turns into something unexpected. A romantic adventure with twists, laughs, and maybe even a few tears. Peg, on the other hand, has her feet firmly on the ground. She's been through the fire, literally and figuratively. After decades as a firefighter, she's seen it all. The highs, the heartbreaks, the near misses. What drew Mel to her wasn't just her strength, but her heart. She has this calm presence that balances his intensity. Where Mel is bold, Peg is steady. Where he jokes, she grounds him. Together, they have that rare chemistry that doesn't just sparkle for the cameras, it feels real. And after a rocky start with the audience, Mel's redemption arc couldn't be more complete. Fans who once called him egotistical now find themselves rooting for him. It's hard not to. The man who once said love had an age limit now looks at Peg like she's the only woman in the world. Meanwhile, Bachelor Nation hasn't forgotten about the ghost of Golden Bachelor past, Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist. Their love story was beautiful while it lasted. They had the first golden wedding, a live, televised event filled with laughter, tears, and promises. But those promises didn't last long. Just 4 months later, their marriage ended. The fallout was messy. Jerry released a tell-all memoir that revealed personal details about their short-lived relationship. He talked about differences, distance, and decisions that ultimately pulled them apart. Teresa, however, wasn't having it. She fired back with her own truth, that she didn't want to leave her home in Shrewsbury, New Jersey, and that their breakup wasn't as simple as the book made it sound. Their war of words played out in the media with fans choosing sides. And through it all, ABC quietly regrouped, determined not to let history repeat itself. That's why this upcoming Golden wedding, Mel and Peg's, is being handled with care. Imagine this, a sunset ceremony filled with laughter and golden light. Mel standing at the altar, his signature grin softened by genuine emotion. Peg walking toward him, radiant and confident, knowing this moment belongs entirely to them. No rushed timelines, no network pressure, just two people who found love when the world least expected it. And let's not forget, Mel Owens knows how to put on a show. Expect him to throw in some humor, maybe even a few football references. He might joke about scoring the ultimate touchdown or finally winning the biggest game of his life. Peg will probably roll her eyes and smile anyway. Their chemistry isn't forced, it's playful, honest, and fun to watch, and that's what makes this story so special. It's not about perfection, it's about two people who have lived long enough to know that love at any age is a little messy, and that's what makes it beautiful. For fans, this wedding represents hope. It's a chance to believe in love again, even after disappointment. It's proof that the Golden Bachelor experiment isn't over, it's evolving. Of course, the internet is already buzzing with opinions. Some fans can't wait to see Mel and Peg tie the knot on television. Others think they should keep things private, away from the cameras. But for now, Mel seems thrilled to share his journey with the world. And who can blame him? After all the criticism, he's finally showing Bachelor Nation that he's more than his headlines. So, what's next for Mel and Peg? Reports suggest they're already in wedding planning mode. Sources close to the couple say they're working with producers to design something intimate yet grand, a ceremony that celebrates their shared passions. Expect elegant touches, maybe a nod to Mel's sports past, and definitely plenty of laughter. Peg, being practical, has apparently insisted on one rule: no fake drama. She wants the day to be real, not a storyline. And if anyone can keep things authentic, it's her. There's something deeply inspiring about watching two people who have already lived full lives find new love on such a public stage. It reminds everyone, no matter your age, no matter your past, that it's never too late to fall in love again. And maybe that's the true magic of the Golden Bachelor. Not the roses, not the drama, not even the TV weddings. It's the message that love, in all its golden glory, belongs to everyone, whether you're 25 or 75. So as the finale approaches, fans can look forward to a heartfelt bending, one that promises joy, laughter, and maybe even a few surprises. Mel Owens started his journey misunderstood. He might end it as one of the most beloved Golden Bachelors of all time. Because in the end, love always finds its way, even when the world's watching. And as for Mel and Peg, they've proven that sometimes the second act is the sweetest one of all. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.